Hello. Now, on a previous video, you would have seen me mention the Wordsworth free downloadable kits, and I've downloaded the house one simply because for the railway cottage it is at Droxford. Now, difference being the only difference between this is that on the original buildings there's a window there and there. Now, I'm not going to do that the front wall because the back wall was the one that actually matches with the front doors being the right way around. So, and I'm only doing it half relief anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, the only thing that's different is a window. There's a window missing there and there. But I've kind of, if you saw the previous video that I did, I was basically thought, well, I'll do a bit of modeller's license because the original buildings were demolished. So maybe, you know, some similar buildings were being demolished somewhere else and they were rescued and re-erected on the site. So anyway, that's how I'm going to do this. So anyway, this is the kit downloaded. It's all just downloaded onto paper at the minute. There's all the parts, and you've got the main walls. You've got so papers all stick together. And you've got the roofs. All the chimneys and bits and bobs, the side walls. Well, I'm only gonna I'm only doing it half relief, so I only got to cut that wall in half. And obviously, so I've got to make four. I've got to sort of join them. That's why I've downloaded two lots. You see, so they'll be like that, and then this one will kind of, you know, when it's cut out, will join on like that, which is how the railway cottages were. So that's it at the moment. It's just all downloaded, and I've just got to stick it onto card. I'm just gonna just doing it like a test. If the test one works, I'll go with it. If not, then I can always download them again. It's not a problem, and print them out. So anyway, this is all the component bits. So I'm going to cut them out and just do little bits as I go through construction. Well, I've glued the pieces on that I'm using at the minute on. That's the front, of course, just glued onto card. That's the side end bits. That'll be cut straight down the middle. And then I've got this, but I'm not going to use these doors. I'm looking at a photograph that I had taken for me, and the doors are similar to these, which are old Metcalfe ones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use these doors because they do fit. Just lay that over the top. They do fit in there. So I'm doing this for the viewfinder and my thing, so it's probably looking a bit skew with. But yeah, they will fit in there pretty well actually. That would probably do it. So they fit in there. So that's all right. So that's what I'm going to use, those the Metcalfe doors. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue them on this card piece, then stick it behind. Then I'm going to cut these out, so, and have the windows back a bit, so that way if I put lights in them, the lights will kind of show through the windows a little bit. But yeah, that's what I've got so far. I've got the front wall cut out. It's not too bad. I think the carding, this card isn't great actually. It keeps fraying, so I have to keep sort of just going over it with some soft sandpaper. But what I'm going to do, I've got to tidy that bit up a bit. What I'm going to do is for the window ledges, these pieces I've cut out the windows here, I'm going to just cut them down and just stick them behind on there, so it looks like the window sills and things. But yeah, that's what I've got so far. I've got the front wall done. As I say, I'm only building them half relief, so I'm not too worried about the back bit anyway. But yeah, that's it so far. I'm just doing one at the moment, see how it works out. But I think I've got enough card. I've got an old cereal packet as well I can use. But when I glue this at the back, that should stiffen that card up a bit. But as I say, I'm going to glue the front doors onto here. Use different doors because these obviously back doors. But the front doors you get are not the same either. They're not the ones I want. So as I say, I've got these Metcalfe ones. I'm going to modify these and use those because they actually look similar. So anyway, I'll do another little recap in a minute. This is what I've got so far anyway. The front wall's done. So when I do a little bit more, I'll do a bit more. So just sort of, this would be like a step-by-step video, if you like. Well, I've done the front wall. What I've done, I've used the windows for the front of the building kit, and I've used them for, obviously this is the back bit, I've used it for this. Doors, I've used some Metcalf doors I had left from some Metcalf kits. I've used the two blue ones. Now I might use, don't know if to use the grey ones or the red ones for the other two cottages, because I thought, you know, having the same coloured doors. What I've done is I've cut the window apertures out there, but what I've done is I've stuck the windows on before. So so what I'm hoping is when I put a little lamp in there, it'll just gently shine through, not through the door obviously because I've put that on there, but yeah, it's looking alright so far. I've got to cut the two side pieces out, but if you have a look on here, it's recessed there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these out, and then I'm going to put some extra, because this card's, to be honest, this card's a little bit too thin. I should have used thicker card, but you know, I'll just see how it works really. I mean, if this turns out all right, I shall use this anyway. But if not, it's a good sort of test run. But I'm going to cut these out. These are two ends. But what I'm going to do is cut some more card out and sort of make them that little bit thicker, because this card's not quite thick enough that I've used, because it's recessed there, obviously to stick the joint together. But I'll have to thicken this up a bit, this corner behind here, so it'll fit. But that'll be right when I've done it. I'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'd definitely use thicker card if I was going to do the for the end. When I do the engine shed, I'm going to get some thicker card anyway. But yeah, it's going together right so far. It's looking all right. I'm using Pritt Stick because I watched the guy's video and he recommends Pritt Stick, and I've used Pritt Stick to you know, glue the card, you know, the paper plans to the card, and I've used it to glue the windows in, doors in, and to glue the two pieces together. I'm going to put some extra card on here though, just to like give it a little bit more strength, to stop it bowing and things like that. Just to give it that, just, you know, a little bit extra strength. Obviously, I'm going to put some tabs in for the wind, you know, to hold the roof on as well, to give that some extra strength as well. But that's what I've done so far. I'm pleased with it anyway. Railway cottage number 1 in the process of being built. So I'll film a little bit more as I make a bit more progress. Right, sidewalls are on both sides. What I've done, I've put some extra pieces at the back, just when I've glued it, to strengthen the corner, to make it look a bit more solid, which is not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, yeah, I've done it just to make it a little bit more solid, but it stands alright, stands level. Just doing the roof now. What I've done is I've glued the card onto some cereal packet because I've run out of my other card. But what I've done is I've folded it double, and I'm going to glue that so it gives it a bit more thickness, a bit more strength as well. So yeah, that's what I've got so far. I'm going to probably put the roof on next. Then there's little edge pieces to put around these corners and things like that. Well, first one's complete. Done the ridge tiles. Made it half a leaf anyway. I've left gaps out. I'll tell you why I've left there's holes at the back of the window. Is because that way, when I put bulbs behind it, the light will shine through. Doors are Metcalf leftover bits and bobs. See, the only difference being is on the original, there's windows here and they're slightly offset. But as I said before, I'm doing a bit of modeller's license, you know, because the originals were demolished at some point. So you know, I was kind of doing that. You know, there was some that being demolished somewhere else. So they've taken them down and rebuilt them on the original, where the original ones were. So anyway, I'm going to put it where these will go. They're going to be here on the top of the cutting. I've just got to make the other ones now. I'm not going to finish off the roof until I've got them the other one done, fitted together. But if you stand back and look at it, I mean, ignore the curtain, but if you stand back, they don't look too bad. Quite pleased with them. In fact, it's a free kit as well. I can't make the other ones yet because I haven't got any more decent sized card. All I've got is cereal packet card, and it's a bit too thin and flimsy. But anyway, that's where they're going to go when they're done. That's where they'll sit, and they'll have little lights in them. I'll put lights in them as well, so there'll a bit of light on them. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. And it's the was it Wordsworth Model Railway.co.uk. It's the site I did the video on. If you check that video out, you'll find all the details for it on there. But as I say, I've got the other house to do, the other cottage to do next to it, and then I'm going to tackle the engine shed as well. But I'm going to get some much thicker card for the engine shed, of course, because it's a more substantial building. But yeah, quite pleased with it. I've just got to, as I say, finish the roof bits off, but I can't finish off the roof properly till I get the other one built and got them joined together. But anyway, anyway, it's going to sit there for now. And anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I'll do an update when I've built the other building, the other house, and they're put in. Then I can start doing like the gardens and things there. So gradually getting more buildings done. I've found a kit that I can adapt for the waiting shelter on the up platform, so I'm going to do that as well. But next job, I'm going to get the railway cottages finished first. I might get them. I might actually make them on a sub base so I can make like the gardens and things off the layout, and then sort of fix them down once they're complete. I'll probably do that actually. I think that'd be probably easier. Anyway, thank you for watching this little video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, check out the website. There's loads of kits on there. There's bound to be sort of something for everyone on there, I think. And I mean, you can probably use that site to populate a whole layout with buildings and stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Happy modelling. Take care, and catch you on the next video.